Hi, this is the Chaos Jester. Welcome to an unscripted episode, I guess. um, this is a bit awkward, I guess. I'm gonna be doing like a commentary about my previous video where I feel like I kind of messed up badly. Um, to those that didn't see it, it's a video basically doing a part 2 on one of my other more popular videos, where I talked about some franchises needing more love and Smash Bros. Getting the ability to give them love, and I decided to make a part 2 and talk about the Sega franchises. I don't know if I'll do one for Capcom, but Sega franchises are notorious for having not exactly the best track record for love. Stuff like Bayonetta would probably be infamous, considering that Bayonetta was only a one-hit wonder until Nintendo bailed her out. This meant that she would have went the way of Skies of Arcadia or Rhythm Thief. However, I did get a comment, and I did get a few people telling me on Discord about Sega isn't that bad to some of their franchises, and they are kind of right. Sega is notoriously Sonic's darling yandere company. They will kill off a lot of other franchises for their darling Sonic, but they are not a one-hit wonder, so to speak. They have other franchises that are still alive. So those other franchises would include Yakuza, Puyo Puyo, Persona, and Valkyria Chronicles. I only mentioned Puyo Puyo here because Puyo Puyo is really popular in the West, and there are a lot more releases over there than there are over here. However, I wanted to mention Streets of Rage, Alex Kidd, Monster World, Super Monkey Ball, and Space Channel 5, because that's what one of the comments mentioned. They were being revived for the franchises, or rather, those franchises are getting revived. And I had to agree and disagree on that. I had to agree that some of those franchises were getting revived because, either they got a remake or an entirely new game entirely. So, with Streets of Rage and Space Channel 5, I'll concede that. Considering that Streets of Rage had Streets of Rage 4, which is a game that I really like, and Space Channel 5 got a VR game, I gotta say, I'm alright, whatever. However, I do want to mention that Alex Kidd, Monster World, and Super Monkey Ball all got glorified remakes, however. And while a remake is good for the franchise and important for keeping hype up, I feel like that's important for still alive franchises, not dead ones or dormant ones. Alex Kidd, Monster World, and Super Monkey Ball all got remakes of previous games, which would be fine, but it still is annoying for them to basically not get a new entire game or whatever. It's understandable, but still annoying. Plus, Sega still doesn't exactly treat some other franchises well, like Echo, Golden Axe, which I think got an episode of What Happened by Matt McMuscles. Knights, Jet Set Radio, which is getting talks about reviving it. Panzer Dragoon, which was infamous for its horrible remake entirely. Billy Hatcher, Phantasy Star. I don't know if it's still alive. I would not be surprised if it is, but I have not heard much about Phantasy Star. Sakura Wars was also infamous to the point where I think it was number 1 on a poll on what game Sega would want revived back. Skies of Arcadia, which still has not gotten a sequel, and it really got really screwed. And of course, Rhythm Thief. I'm especially mad about Rhythm Thief because of a few reasons. One, because Rhythm Thief is probably in my top 20 games of all time. Two, Sega really screwed up with Rhythm Thief entirely. They had like 2 opportunities to capitalize on stuff that involved Rhythm Thief getting popular. First was a pretty popular video by Random Encounters, I believe. It got like 100, or not 100, 1,000,000 views at the very least. And Sega, I don't think, did anything to mention that. And then Rhythm Thief, or at the very least one of their songs, got popular on TikTok overnight, becoming really popular to the point where I think even a famous artist made one of their own memes. I mean by famous artist like a mainstream artist, like music artist. So Sega did nothing with that one. I know for a fact they didn't do anything. They didn't even mention it. So yeah, they didn't even do anything with Rhythm Thief about it. And it really sucks considering that the eShop is dying and Rhythm Thief is only $20 still. You could still get it theoretically, but you're really going to be cutting it close right now. And if you don't get it on the eShop, it's going to be worth like about $100 plus for a physical copy, which means you're not going to be able to play it, and that's just going to obscure that game even more. So I'm really hoping that Sega just ports that to the Switch, because that's the only option that Rhythm Thief has at this moment. Otherwise, it's screwed. Skies of Arcadia still has talk about a sequel, though. I did mention that in my previous video. And I still want to see like a port or a remake. Yes, I know I just got done complaining about ports being for dormant franchises and not being like, an actual new installment. But I'm going to be realistic and say that's probably what Skies of Arcadia's best option is. I do know that a new installment would be cool, but I want to see the original Skies of Arcadia again. Sakura Wars would be pretty cool. Knights would be interesting to see a new game about, especially since the Wii installment had like free flying and stuff. I can imagine it being a Pilot Wings type game of sorts. I don't know. I've heard of it. And I'll admit, I've always been interested in Knights when I saw like multiple cameos of Knights. So, whatever. However, I do want to say that even I can make mistakes in my video, and, I'm not the best content creator. I do want to try to improve my content. And every time I get a new viewer, that is, well, that makes me a little happy, actually. I do want to try to improve my content for my viewers. I might only have 190, but that's still 190 people that count on me for making good content. And I don't want to fail that. I do want to do like I do want to branch out on my videos and try to make like video game reviews again. I also want to try to do some voice dubbing because I want to get back into voice acting. And I also want to do like some other projects as well. I'm going to be doing weekly uploads, but if I do like a larger project, I'm going to have to make some lower effort videos. So if I do that, I will probably be posting raw gameplay footage of me playing something. No commentary, because it would probably be stupid commentary. I do also want people to look at the game and, well, judge it for themselves without any stupid commentary from me. And if they want to use that gameplay footage for their own videos, I would be honored, actually. Just like to send me a shout out, because I want my content to improve other people's content. And so yeah, after this video is uploaded, I'm gonna be doing a poll. Basically, what do you want my next what do you want my next video to be about? Is it going to be like a voice dub? Is it going to be like a game review? Is it going to be raw gameplay footage while I try to work on some bigger projects? I do want my viewers to answer that, I guess, because I want to get feedback from my content. I also want to, try to reach out and improve my channel brand or whatever. I stand by my opinions in my original video, but I realize I probably could have toned down me being a stupid idiot with complaining about Sega. I might also be doing like a disclaimer for some of my content, because I know that my sense of humor might not be agreeable with everybody else, and I know that if there's times where I had to mention politics involving a game story, because politics are a necessary evil, and sometimes some games don't do it subtly, I might have to do a warning disclaimer that I might not agree with you, but that doesn't mean that we still can't like each other at the end of the day. You know, we're all adults. Just because we disagree with each other doesn't mean that we have to hate each other. It just means that we disagree. And that's the important thing. I trust my viewers not to be crazy. I know there are probably crazy viewers out there. I mean, MatPat had some crazy viewers. I might be mentioning that in one of my future projects, but let's just say that MatPat was a freaking idiot for trying to bring a realistic game theory that got an entire state harassed. I don't know how, but it happened. I also want to ask, how should I improve my comedy as well? Like, I know that I like to do dark humor, but I should also want to try to do regular type of humor to make other people smile and laugh and all that. So, yeah. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, part 1, I'm an idiot. Part 2, I'm going to be doing some new content and all that. So yeah. That's all I wanted to say, and this is my upload, I guess, for today, or this week. Next week, I'm going to be taking a look at what the top vote was. And, I'm going to be trying to do more content in the future, I guess. Or different types of content, I mean. In any case, this is the Chaos Jester, signing out, and have a good night, everybody!